Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. I'm going to be painting the monkey. You know how it is. Hope you're doing well. Love to you all. As always, feel free to drop any questions in the chat. I'll answer them as I go. Time to start painting. Headphones on. Hello. I like Krita for a number of reasons, but the big one's just the brush engine. It's really the same reason I like Clip, and I'm using Clip right now to drop colors in with my watercolor brush, but I use all the programs. I'm also going to use Photoshop during this process. It's just each one of them has different benefits. You hear two separate songs. Weird. That was weird. I don't know what that was. I'm just doing this for fun. Nothing, no reason for it. How long did it take me to finish a Magic the Gathering card? Depends. Some of them were a couple days. Some take longer. But generally speaking, if I were to do one now, it would probably take me like, I don't know, a couple days, like 3 days, 2 days, I don't know. Canvas dimensions are like 8,000 pixels high by 6,500 wide. Why do I think some people get good at art and some people struggle their whole life? Never get good, and it's just what you focus on, you know. What are you practicing? You can practice something wrong the whole time, you know. And you can, like, there's also people that say they do but then actually don't. They're like, oh, I've been trying forever. What does forever mean? Like, what does that mean that they're like, oh, I've been working at it so long? It probably means in all reality that they come in and out of their hobbies. They like start it, stop it, start it, stop it. You know, they probably aren't that committed to it. Because even if you were, you know, even if you didn't have like the imagination for it, you know, like some of the concept art stuff, it's like you'd still get somewhere if you were studying the right things. You followed any sort of plan, you'd get somewhere. So people who say that they do it and never get anywhere, really, it's like, that's, you know, it's kind of, I don't really buy that. I feel like they're probably not actually trying that hard. You'd get somewhere. Any weird, cool stories lately? Let me think about it. I definitely have had odd things happen. But most of my stuff is like, you know, related to the goings on of what's going on with like Akira Yoshida and all that goodness with what's happened with Miss Lasagna. I come in and out of that from time to time. If anybody's wondering where those are, by the way, because it's been a minute, I'm just in between. I'm just waiting for replies and things from like work messages and all that. Can't really get too specific, but yeah. I had a bunch of I got destroyed off of 40s not too long ago. I had some malt liquor, went to a party, dressed like I was in the 90s, and then it was like a so let me give some background. We have some friends, family friends that are like people who go to the same school as our kid, and they got good money stuff going on. They had a party at their house that was a 90s theme party, except the thing that was like part of it was a murder mystery, so they hired actors to come and be at the house, and they had a bunch of like 90s stuff, whatever, like candy, drinks, that sort of thing, except they have like access to so much shit, so they had like ton of things, like displays set up of like they had like a bowl of Big League Chew, for instance, with like a display and whatever that like somebody came and set up for them, which is wild. Anyway, it was a murder mystery, and one of the things they had in their fridge was malt liquor, and I went, ooh, I haven't had that in a long time. And so I drank this big old thing of malt liquor by myself, and I got so fucked up. And then they chose me to be like any part of that, like to be like a part of like the actors that were part of the murder mystery. And I was like, everybody dressed up for the party, so I'm wearing like Jinko jeans. I have one of those Looney Tunes shirts with like Taz and Bugs Bunny with backwards hats on and dreads, and I'm just fucked up like crazy. And they had me be this character named Silent Bud, which is just this bullshit fake Jay and Silent Bob thing. And needless to say, I read my description of who my character was like 4 times in the packet, and I just couldn't remember a single word I read. And I was like, I was just telling them, I was like, I killed it. I killed the person. Just please let me stop. I can't. I can't act right now. I just drank a whole thing of malt liquor. Like, I'm fucked up. Just please leave me alone. I wasn't expecting it to be that involved with like actors walking around and doing like a performance, and I'm just shit-faced trying to follow along with like, oh shit, am I supposed to do anything during this? So that was cool. Aside from that, I've just been doing like a ton of work. I'm trying to stay current on things and work on games and shows and all that shit. Well, life's been really pretty good. What's up, Juice? Love you. Any garments with Calvin pissing on stuff? No, I realized too late that like everybody who was going to go to this party was going to try and look cool, and I didn't do that. I tried to look like the worst version of myself possible, so I like shaved a goatee and like just dressed horribly, and it was funny, but I should not have drank malt liquor. It's been so long. The last time I had malt liquor, I was smoking Swisher Sweets and skateboarding, and I was like 16. This has been a long time. Were they in good humor about me getting wasted? Oh yeah, for sure. They don't care. But yeah, I was like, I wasn't imagining that I would get destroyed, and then it just happened. How do I feel about sake? I'm not a big sake guy. I'm more like a scotch. I drank scotch before doing the stream. I poured myself a double, and then I was like, and now I'm going to paint a monkey. Yes. Drink a bunch of scotch. Paint a monkey with a sword. Gold. Yeah, everything funny that happens to me nowadays has to do with my kids. Every time they like I was not disciplining, but just talking to my youngest, and he gets like kind of he gets defensive about whatever you're talking to him about, but not like outwardly. He won't argue with you, but he'll just get like a stank face. And he did this to me. He does this now. Whenever you start talking to him about what he needs to do, he'll point a gun at you like this with his fingers and just make an angry face quietly. You got to be like, put the gun down. Put the fucking gun away. It's the police. And he goes, Pew! When you're trying to tell him what not to do, how to behave. Do I ever miss the Aiden days? I do not. I do not miss the days of living in an apartment and having some small annoying child bang on the walls and scream all night. Especially having kids. Like, now that I have kids, I'm like, God damn, those were bad parents. Don't know how you do malts, man. I had a Mickey once, and I felt like that might potentially be my last day on Earth in the morning. No, what did I have? I had what was it? Man, I can't remember. It was like a classic one. I can't remember. I used to drink malt liquor all the time when I was young, because it was like, I don't know, it was one of those things that just all my friends who skateboarded drank that stuff. I don't know if they drank it just because it was funny or whatever, but I'm glad I don't have to drink that anymore. Scotch I'm good with, as long as I don't put any like sugar in my alcohol. I don't get fucked up like that. It doesn't ruin my next day. But it means that you got to be cool with just drinking like straight alcohol, which I don't care. Not a Colt 45. Was I having the name of it like Silver or something? What is it? I wish I could remember. I've just turned into like ultimate dad mode, where I just drink scotch and black coffee, like just pure dad. classic dad mode kicked in. What's my advice on dealing with days where motivation isn't enough or not present? How do you power through it? You're gonna hate it. You just sit down and do it. I mean, honestly, it's nice when motivation hits, but your family's well-being and their income, it's like if you're like, well, I'm sorry everybody, I'm not motivated today, that doesn't really cut it. You just have to you have to power through and hope that you find that thing in the process. It doesn't mean that you'll do incredible work every single time, but if you sit down and you let yourself live in that moment and power through to the other side, and you just do it even though you don't want to do it, the same way that you don't want to potentially you don't want to exercise every day, but you know that if you do it, you're going to feel better. It's not like it's fun every single time. You just have to get yourself into the mindset of staying disciplined. If you can build up that discipline, then eventually it's just something that you're doing every day. I try not to give myself any sort of out like that. Oh, I'm just not feeling it. Some days I've definitely gotten to the point where I've worked forever on jobs and just been I had a whole chunk of time when I was saving for the house we live in now, where I worked all day and then all night till 2 a.m. with 2 children that were under 4 years old. It's during that time, I just felt like I wasn't even present. I wasn't even a person. And that was really testing. But I just kept doing it. Which probably is, I don't know what kind of advice to give on that front, but it's just I just stuck to it and just kept going and was well, there's bigger things to worry about than me being into what I'm doing right now. It's not about that. It's about me. It's about me delivering what I need to do. And then I just stuck with it. But there were moments in there where I would just feel totally burnt out, and I would have to give myself a minute, to collect and come back. Steel Reserve, that's what I was drinking. That was the malt liquor I had. I knew it was one that I didn't drink when I was younger. I didn't buy Steel Reserve, but that's what they had at the party. Do you have any recommendations for drafting tables or stands for your drawing tablet that function like a canvas? Well, I guess it depends on the tablet that you have, but I have a Wacom Pro 32-inch, and I set it up at 70 degrees, 75 degrees at that angle. And then, I just have a regular tablet arm for that one that works with it. But for my drafting table, I got one, I'm old enough where all the stuff that I have is pretty old. So you can't get it anymore. I have that World Market, if you know that company. I have their drafting table, which I like. It's fine. Nothing incredible. Do I allow myself to have a chill hangover day, or are you back to work in the morning? Oh, I don't know. I just always am doing that. I always get back to work, so the only times that I take off are on weekends. And that was something that like I just committed to after having children. I was like, I'm not gonna work constantly and have my kids just never see me. It's crazy. So I take off weekends pretty religiously. But if it had happened on a Sunday and I had to work on a Monday, I don't care. I'll just make stuff. It's not that hard. It's like I'm sitting at a table painting a monkey right now. Like, if I can't do that, then that'd be pretty pathetic. Have you ever gotten an injury from drawing too much? Nah, not really. Maybe like a little bit of tennis elbow, but that's it. Hey, son. Son, Kim told me about what happened. Don't be an idiot. Stop hanging out with a girl who has a ex-boyfriend that wants to kill you. I'm putting you on blast. You're a fool. You're a fool, son. I don't want to read about you getting killed. Save you? I can't save you. You can come over if you want. Just don't be a dummy. He helped some girl like move out of her apartment who had like a boyfriend now that's like calling him, saying he's gonna attack him. The kicker is that son's not even with this girl, so he's just doing this pro bono to get killed, I guess. The fuck, son? I'm only shaming you, son, so that you stop. Is this monkey powerful lore-wise, like a king or something? Nobody knows. Certainly not me. No idea. Who knows what his chimpdom is like? Is the monkey smart? Absolutely, look at him. He looks smart. I'm just saying, son, don't go dying for nothing. Or I'm gonna speak at your funeral and I'm gonna go, he died being a goofball. He was being a goofball and now he's dead. I want to say a respected son, not after this. This is a goofball death. Monkey cute. Thanks. I spent the afternoon today watching my youngest throw perfect spirals with the football to me over and over again while I was running. He was throwing them to me and connecting, and I was like, what the fuck? It's too bad he's so short. He'd make an amazing quarterback. He has the chance to be a quarterback for like a little while. he's got a couple of those years. Wow, God, is it amazing to watch that? I was like, what the fuck? I was like, you're connecting to me with a perfect spiral on your football while I'm running? Bananas. And not just because I'm painting this monkey. It's bananas. Don't destroy the short man's dreams. I won't. I'm not tall. I'm just saying he's genuinely very good. He'll just have to capitalize on it while he can. Rudy based on true events. That's true. That's true. Alright, let's save this monkey. Let's black the screen out so that you can't see any of my secret pornography. No, you just can't look at my contract work. And then I'll pull it up on Photoshop. There you go. What's about that translucent process? It's just me using my watercolor brush in Clip Studio. I just like the buildup of color and texture that it gives. When I get into like the actual painting process, it ends up looking really cool. I just like all the layers of color that's in there. It looks nice to me. Alright, that looks cool. Alright. Sorry, I'm not talking. Just focused on getting the lighting right. I'm just blending everything here, painting around loosely, and then I'll sharpen everything up in Krita eventually once I do all this. You can kind of see how I use like the palette that I establish in Clip Studio using the watercolor brushes to get this nice effect, and then I have all this texture kind of layered in, and then I can start painting like this over top and kind of bring it all together. So like, you know, the before and after. It'll look more like that drawing underneath once I start sketching it in Krita back, like putting all the values back in those places and sharpening up areas. Did I tell chat how you had to mother a grown man? No, I didn't. Is this all one layer in normal mode? This part is. ArtFX9, Are you one of those dudes that has like bipolar and starts going nuts in the chat? Better not be. Warning you. Tisk tisk. Don't you dare. ADD, alright. Just get a vibe from reading certain messages. I go, alright. Somebody's about to go nuts. All right. Well, here's what happened with Kim. We were at a restaurant this morning because we don't really have time to go on dates at night because the boys, you know, they're at home sleeping. So we do it after we drop them off at school. And we went to this one place today, and this guy sat on the same bench that Kim was sitting at. So it's like kind of like a church, like, you know, the bench is like church pew kind of thing. It's like one of those, and so it's all connected. And this guy's like drumming on the bench, and he's like he's not a child, he's a man. And Kim said she's like looked over at him, and he was like, "Oh, you can feel that?" And Kim said, "Yeah, it's all connected. Isn't that funny how that works?" Then I went, "Only a beautiful girl could say such a thing and get away with it." Thank goodness for Kimmy. Well, that's not true though. If it was just some girl, I don't think that guy would have gotten up and attacked her. Maybe he would have. Maybe he would have went, "You're not pretty enough to talk to me that way," and then started attacking her. I guess sometimes that does happen. But that's not what this guy did, because Kim's very beautiful. He just cowered away in fear. What happened to the guy? Nothing. He was just annoying. That's it. Did he drum something cool? Yeah, it was System of a Down. He was drumming it. He was doing Toxicity on the bench. Alright. Mute my screen again. Just waiting for it to load. Alright, here we go. Well, this ain't done. This is just the beginning stages of painting it. All I did was set up the palette. That's it. Now I'm actually rendering a little bit. Because we're about just 2 hours into this drawing. Just press the render button. No, I'm not one of those dorks using AI for everything. Yeah, it's my dad's company, but it's pretty much mine. It's like all those guys who use AI. It's my idea. But you didn't do anything. No, Ian, they have not, unfortunately. No, I'm not gonna mask anything. Just get good at rendering around stuff, you know? I'm still fast. I like that Kim had enough. It was very funny. Don't do it, Cindy. I don't know how old you are, but resist. Alright, I'm gonna call this in a couple minutes. Doesn't mean I'm done with this picture, but I'm gonna call this stream. We got a decent amount done. Did all the color flats and actually got to the rendering this week. Now it's just going to be a matter of rendering everything out. It is too late. It is too late for any and all changes. We're in it now. This is just what it is. Next thing to do will be add an idea for like the background being like plants and stuff. Like a big old wallpaper type of thing, and then have it be kind of shitty looking. Right now it's just super vibrant red. But I'm thinking of like king stuff. I don't know how I'd do it. Probably like a gold or something. share my Chrome brush settings anywhere? I don't think so, but you can just look at them. Here, screenshot it. There you go. It's brush tip, brush size, line width 1 pixel. You see all that. Blend mode. Yeah, that's it. Thanks everybody. Appreciate you all. Hope you have a good night. And I'll see you all next week. If you subscribe to the channel, you can hang out, check it out. Yeah, I'll be live again. Thanks everybody.